Arne Slot ahead of tomorrow's clash. Slot's side, Liverpool FC, arrive at the midweek fixture having lost 4 consecutive matches in all competitions, a run that in his words can't happen if you want to be a top team. The run is the worst of its kind for the club in decades. Adding to that, preparations have been disrupted. Their flight to Germany for the Eintracht Frankfurt clash was delayed by nearly 4 hours because of a technical aircraft issue. The club's scheduled pre-match press conference featuring Slot was cancelled as a result. Despite that, Slot publicly rejected the idea that the disruption would be used as an excuse. No, it will not impact the build-up to tomorrow's game. This combination of poor form plus logistical disruption sets an interesting backdrop. Is Slot under more pressure than usual? Yes. Does he show signs of panic? Not publicly. He seems measured. He emphasizes responsibility, even though the flight delay is real. Slot refuses to treat it as a mitigating factor. That signals he wants focus on controllables, team performance, preparation rather than excuses. He emphasizes expectation. By refusing to treat the delay as a reason, he reminds the players and the media that being a top-level club means dealing with adversity. He emphasizes urgency. The poor run means this match isn't just another fixture, it is a chance to arrest the slide, to change momentum, to remind everyone what this club should look like when functioning well. In short, Slot appears to be navigating the tension between maintaining calm so players aren't rattled and injecting a sense of urgency so they don't sleepwalk into the game. Based on available info, several key issues Slot will need to address: injuries availability. Midfielder Ryan Gravenberch is ruled out with an ankle injury picked up in the last match. The disrupted travel means fatigue may creep in or preparation windows shorten. Slot must decide how much he rotates or sticks with his strongest 11. Given the poor form, he might be tempted to change things, but also risky to unsettle the group further. Mental readiness. 4 defeats in a row create mental baggage. Slot needs to clearing the slate. He must get his players mentally reset, treat this game as a fresh start, not the continuation of the slump. The logistical hiccup flight delay adds distraction. Slot's handling of it signals importance of staying focused. Tactical clarity. While explicit tactical comments from Slot for this match are scarce given the cancelled press conference, we can infer, the team must be sharper in defense to stop the bleeding and more clinical going forward to convert chances. Slot likely emphasizes controlling the game's tempo, because a side in poor form cannot afford to be reactive, they must be proactive in identity. Facing Eintracht Frankfurt in Europe via the UEFA Champions League group stage adds extra stakes. A win is needed both for momentum and for the group standings. Some points of note: Frankfurt at home will expect intensity, they will sense vulnerability in Liverpool. The travel delay and associated fatigue may tip marginally in the home side's favor unless Liverpool are disciplined. Slot knows that. Slot will likely emphasize that this isn't just about skill, it's about will and focus. Against a motivated opponent who smells opportunity, complacency is dangerous. Slot's responses reflect several themes that define his approach. Accountability. He does not shift blame, e.g. to the flight issue. That strengthens his credibility with players, they know they're answerable to high standards. Clarity of identity. Even in turbulence, he maintains the idea that the team must play in a certain way: aggressive, controlling, purposeful. He won't abandon the identity for the sake of short-term patching. Psychological resilience. By refusing to treat the disruption as an excuse, he signals that setbacks are part of elite sport, the difference is how you respond. Long-term thinking. While tomorrow's match is urgent, Slot's comments and tone suggest he is mindful of not overreacting. He is trying to steer a consistent course rather than panicking. Given the above, here are concrete indicators to watch in tomorrow's match. Signs that Slot's messages have landed and that Liverpool are responding: sharpness from the start, no sloppy passes, no slow build-up, early signs of hunger. Defensive organization, fewer set-piece lapses, better transition defense. This has been a weakness recently. Clinical front third performance, chances will be created, the difference will be finishing. If Liverpool score early, that will validate Slot's emphasis on taking control. Mental composure under pressure, if Frankfurt apply pressure especially early, the Reds must not collapse or lose structure. Energy levels, despite the travel issues, the team must show physical freshness. Pressing, movement. A tired-looking team would suggest the disruption has hurt. Slot must also guard against certain risks. Over-adjusting, in trying to fix the form slump, there might be temptation to change too much personnel or tactics, which could unsettle the group. Letting the narrative dominate, 4 losses, travel chaos. If the media players get caught in the crisis story, it can become a self-fulfilling spiral. Slot needs to keep the focus internal and constructive. Fatigue or distraction, late arrival, a compressed schedule. Players may be slightly off rhythm. Slot will need to manage that via warm-up, mental prep, maybe lineup choices. Underestimating the opponent, Frankfurt will believe they can catch Liverpool now. If Liverpool assume they'll win by reputation, they risk being surprised. For Arne Slot, tomorrow's game is more than a fixture, it is a signal. It is an opportunity to stop the slide. A win would re-inject confidence into the squad, the club, the supporters. Reassert identity, show that Liverpool under him are still the kind of team who respond when tested. Build momentum. The Champions League group stage doesn't wait. A result here affects not only the season but the tone for how Liverpool approach European nights under Slot. Demonstrate resilience. The flight delay, injury woes, poor run, to whatever degree they exist, Slot is framing them not as excuses but as context. How the team handles them is a measure of character. In essence, Slot is saying, yes, the situation isn't ideal. But we still have our standards. We still have our identity. We still have the ability to win. A performance that mirrors that message tomorrow would go a long way to quieting the unrest. On the flip side, another lackluster showing would bring deeper scrutiny. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.